Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and tonight we've got issue number 100 of Build the Eddie Stobart, and today we're going to be basically constructing the inner rear trailer wheel. We won't be putting one of the wheels on because at the time of recording this video I'm currently missing one of them, but I'll do that as soon as I'm able to find that. And then obviously we're going to be doubling up the wheel like we did in the last issue, and basically connecting it to the last wheel that we did in a previous issue, and then the fun begins because we get to put it on the chassis. Yes, that's right. So very, very exciting stuff. And then as you can see, we will have two wheels on. Now because I'm currently missing this section here, I'm going to have to do a part 2 to that, or maybe I'll cover it in a different video. But it is gone a little bit walkabouts at the moment, so I don't know where I've put it. I put things down and then I lose things. And then coming up next issue, it's another wheel. Yes, we're going to be doing the outer rear trailer wheel, tyre for outer rear wheel, inside rim for outer rear trailer wheel, outside rim for outer rear trailer wheel, and screws. And there's a lot of trailers and wheels. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we'll get started as best we can on this. And first things first, what we need to do is we've got these two parts here. So as you can see, these are the two rim parts, and what's going to happen is we're going to be doing exactly what we did in the previous issue. I'm going to use my gauntlet screwdriver here today, and I'm still waiting for that to come in actually. So again, we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then 1, 2, 3 and 4 screw holes, as you can see. Now before, as I said before, when we've done this part, I'm going to move that over to one side because you will need your little bowl of water here, and we're going to be putting the tyre like we did in here first of all. That is the next step, but it just allows it to sort of like tension it a bit until we can, you know, while we're working on that. By the time we've done that, hopefully that'll be ready for coming out of there. So what we're going to do, we're going to get ourselves some DD03 screws. A very popular screw, this pack, because we seem to use it quite a lot. So I'm going to get some DD03 screws. I'm going to get my little oil pot there and put that over there actually, and we will get a screw of that oil into there. The screw is, I have been spending the last sort of hour trying to look for it, but with this heat at the moment it can make you quite tired, so I'll have to just do it in another video, which is such a shame, but you know, it is what it is. It's around here somewhere, I just don't know where I've put it. I tried to keep all the parts together, and then, is it me or does my hand look really pink? It's not pink on my side, but yeah, that's that one. And then we're going to get another screw, and yeah, then coming up tomorrow we may be doing the Enterprise Part 2. You know, the issued, it's actually issue 2, which is part of the nacelle. So that's that one. Another screw. Someone was saying to me that can't remember who it was, it might have been Steve131, but apparently we've got another half a year to go on this at the moment, so I think it's some point August next year, isn't it? There we go, and that's that. So hopefully now is the point where we should be able to get that out of the wheel. I'm going to get myself a little bit of, I have to buy my dressing gown, you know, ribbon thing, belt if you like, and hopefully, ooh, it's a little bit hot still, but I'm going to give it a go, and just have to get all that around there. Just think all these wheels will be over soon, so we won't have to keep doing this. As I said, I've got to work quick here because obviously when the air starts to get to it, it will make it, as you can see, Goodyear on here, both sides, so it doesn't matter which way it goes, but it will make it very difficult to sorry, my magazine's just fell on the floor there. It will make it very difficult to get it in, because obviously I'll go in that way actually. So I'm not a lover of these type of wheels. I much prefer the ones, you know, the ones where you sort of, oh mamma mia. Oh, come on. Oh man, come on. He's getting there. Oh. Come on. Oh. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh. Whew, that was hard. But you know the wheels that have got, where you just put the metal part in and then you put the other half in, and that's the ones that I like. So it could have needed, it should have had a little bit longer than that. That's why it was so difficult to get in. But yeah, wow. Oh geez, I need to catch my breath now, it's very hot. But yeah, so that's what it's looking like. Don't worry about this rim, because don't forget we're putting another wheel onto it, so that's what the issue is there. So that is that, fantastic, and I'll put that into the sink. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our wheel from issue number 99. 99 red balloons floating in the summer sky. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3, and they're going to go into these 3 holes here, as you can see. Should be able to. A minute, what's happened here? Think about it. Yeah, there we go. And then what we have to do is secure them in with DD03 screws again, and we will get that all secured in. Just get my screwdriver. It fell on the floor. But yeah, to finally get to finally start, you know, putting the wheels on the actual chassis is quite nice, because Jason Stevenson over at Mr. Fusion Designs, he very kindly sent me a tyre rack. So to finally get them, you know, these on the chassis, because I'm running out of room on that rack, is quite a lovely feeling. And these DD03 screws are lovely to work with, they fit it so well. And I was looking at the issue and I'm thinking, shall I do it, shall I not, because I'm missing a bit. And I thought, well, if we do it, you know, it gets it on the chassis then. We've just got a bit of oil stuck on that. Okay. Put that one in there. I do love working with that. That's the gauntlet screwdriver. It's a really lovely grip. It fits these screws lovely. Oh, lovely. Wow. So we've now got, I think these are all of them so far, apart from obviously the front ones, but I make it 3 double wheels at the moment. So as you can see, we've got 3 of them, so there must be a 4th one coming somewhere. I have noticed as well that some of these, you've got 2 of these that have got a shallow hole. So yeah, that's right, it's because there's a cover on it. And then another wheel's got 1 of them on, so I don't know where that goes, but obviously it's interesting how some have that nodule bit. I mean, I'm not a lorry expert, so I don't, it's all new to me. Okay, so that's that. So that was the wheel. Which one did we do? That one, weren't it? So this is this wheel. And then what's going to happen is we need to put the part that I just showed you, which looks like that. And what's going to happen is this is going to feed over this part here. So you've got 1, 2 and 3, and all that does, very good design, because these little holes cover the screw holes. That's what they're for. And there you go, it covers it up. And again, we're going to put ourselves DD03 screws in. So really, really happy with this. But yeah, to finally start, as I said, it's very interesting that we've put the rear trailers on before the actual cab wheels, because that cab is pretty much all done with the wheel work, I think. So it's very interesting, but there must be a reason why we've not put them on yet. It feels so chunky. You really feel your money's worth in this wheel. Now, as I said, we should have Optimus Prime come next week, so we should be doing a bit of that, hopefully. If it comes next week, or it might be the week after. But as I said, if you haven't done so already, check out the D'Agostini, because they've got this Ford Mustang GT500, and it's quite interesting because I'm sure that's the car that Harshett trialled, or it was a different type of, yeah, I think it was a different one, because I've already got the trial one of it. But it was the former Egamos one that they've, D'Agostini has picked up now. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we've got a little contraption part, and that looks like this, as you can see. And what's going to happen is we need to turn that, it looks like it needs to go upside down, and it will basically, I think, it's going to sit somewhere like that, but this will go on the trailer. So obviously I've still got these bits that I'm a little bit baffled as to where these go at the moment. So yeah, but let's get up the trailer, and this wheel here is going to go on the first of the, what is that? Is that oil? I think that's water. I'll just wipe that away. I don't really want oil on this. Okay, so what's going to happen is we have to, I think it's probably best to show you, oh we can't because there's a peg there, but what's going to happen is we're going to work on this beam here. And first of all, we need to, the reason why it's got like a little hole in it is because it's going to connect onto this platform here. So it's going to go the rear side in, so that you've got this sort of semicircular facing outwards, because you've got a deeper and an outer bit. And what's going to happen is that's going to go through there, and then this will link up and push into that. Now the part that I'm missing is that part there that needs to go on that side. I'll have to cover that in a different video, because as I said, I've put it down and I can't remember where I've put it. So next, what we're going to do, this is going to be so much fun. It doesn't matter which wheel you do, because obviously one is for that side and then one is for this side, as you can see. And what's going to happen is we're going to put the side that's got this part covering the screws, and that's going to go onto here. I've just realised if I flip that over, that's going to be the back one in it. So no, that is right. Yeah. Oh my God, look at that. Oh wow. Oh, that's wonderful. That is really, really lovely. Now in this screw, they've actually provided us a DD11 screw, and this has got one that's got like a chamfered head on it. It's one of them ones with the chamfered. So again, we're going to get ourselves the oil in this, and then just put a bit of oil in that. And what's going to happen is, as you can see, it will screw and hold it in that hole there. So I'm going to do that now. Obviously I can't tip it up because it's going to, I can try actually. Oh, that'd be a good shot. Yeah, so that's going to be screwed into there like that. Just checking actually, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I've got to be careful here because I don't want to put pressure on that spindle thing. So you get the idea. I'm just going to tighten that up now. Now you obviously don't want it too tight, because obviously if you want it fixed, then obviously tighten it so it's a little bit stiff. But say for example you want it to like actually move, what you can do is just loosen that off a bit, and then as you can see it's got a bit of play in it. But yeah, I might tighten that up a little bit. As you can see, you can move it, but it's a bit stiff at the moment. I'm just going to play with it a bit more. I might loosen that off, and as you can see, it's doing its thing. It is a little bit loose, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to tighten that up, because let's be honest, who's going to keep like driving it back and forth? I certainly won't. But that's that. And then what would happen is obviously we would then do the other side. Once I've found that little socket thing, I will then put this part on here like so. But for the purposes of the video, what I'm going to do is screw it on still, just to get the wheel on there, and then I'll have to take it off in a different video, because I'd rather have it connected on the wheel. But obviously just be mindful, we need to put that, there's a little bracket circle thing that goes around there, and I will cover that as soon as I'm able to find it. So that way, you know, we can't be losing that either. So that's an easy fix. We can just take it off and then just fit that at a later date, and that's not a problem. Okay, so we're just going to do exactly the same. Now, some people might like to, what was that? Something fell off. Yeah, it's that little. Some people like to wait, but with me, these little things are a pain to deal with, because they keep falling out of this little socket thing. Might fall off again, but it's up to you. You might want to glue them in, because they're not going to go anywhere. So, and then I'm just going to put that on, and then I'll just put the screw in. Just had to do that, didn't you? You just had to fall off. Sorry about the washing machine in the background there. I'm multitasking tonight. You have to screw quite a few times, but that's that. And then all we then need to do is remember these little magnets. Now, the only build that I know that have used the most awfulest design is with the DeLorean. They used hubcaps, as I've said about many times, and you put them in, and to get them out you really have to sort of get your nail behind it to pull it. Most of them now, like Van Home and Harchette, they do these wonderful things where they're magnetised. So if you do want to get magnetised hubcaps from Mike Lane, I think he still does them for the DeLorean, do reach out to him. And then all we're going to do is we're going to put that into there like that. And doesn't hold on very well. Okay, that's interesting. I have noticed this doesn't really click. It doesn't. You see, it's not holding on. So that's interesting. It says fit one magnet hub supplied with issue 98 in the centre of the right hand rear wheel. That's the one from the centre, but that doesn't, it's not magnetising, so something's not holding that on. That is really loose. How bizarre. Does it fall off? Well, don't fall off, but obviously you can see it doesn't, you can feel a little bit of connectivity, but it's not the strongest. That bar's fell off again, so I might have to glue that in, and then I'm just going to put one into this side as well. Yeah, it's not really a strong connection with that magnet, but look at that, guys. Oh wow, look at that. And we've got the trailer now, so you can see it's quite a way. Let me see if I can get this out of the phone with that. I do apologise, guys, that just cut off on me as I pulled it out the tripod, but as you can see, it's quite a way off the mat. So it's going to be quite high up. That is gorgeous. Now obviously I've tightened my wheels up, which is why it's not, you know, it's stiff, it's not going to move. If you wanted it so that you move the wheel, you can just loosen off the screw bit and that will run perfectly. But as I said, mine's going to be a static model. I don't plan on moving it up and down all the time, or left to right, you know. So I think that's been a wonderful issue. As I said, this part here, that other disc, I'll take off at a later date once I find it and I'll fit that. But let me see if I can put this back in the tripod, because it might cut me off again. So yeah, let me just do that. But that is that. It feels really heavy now. I'm really impressed. And what's nice about this bar is it's holding all of this in place. So once we get that other circle thing, that will hold that into place. That's why that's fell off, because it's got no support. As you can see, that is rock solid. So this thing here will keep falling out until it's connected onto that disc thing. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So we'll just take the trailer away for the minute and we'll put that. Oh wow, that is really heavy. Mamma mia, that is heavy. I love it. You really feel the quality in this. And then as you can see in issue number 101, which should be next Wednesday, because I was a little bit behind because 99 was running late, we should be back up to the normal Wednesday slot now. So yeah, that was that. As I said, I'm sorry I wasn't able to fit the other, what is that part actually? That is the transverse torsion. No, that must be that bar there. The right hand end of the axle. So whatever that part is, 9302. If we go to the front of the magazine, it will tell you what that is. That part there, 9302. Oh, it doesn't say. Normally it's listed there, but 10002, let's do it for that one then. 10002 is the internal wheel hub mounting. So once I find that, I will get that all sorted out. But that is 101. I didn't really want to not do it, because otherwise it puts us behind again. So I wanted to get it on still, but yeah, that's issue number 100. What I'll do is if I find that part, I'll cover it in issue 101. Hopefully by Wednesday I should be able to locate that part that is missing at the moment. But we do also have this wheel hub, which I think is probably going to be something to do with the front wheel. But yeah, I think what these probably, yeah, that's probably going to go in there like that. I think what these are is these are probably the back wheels for that. So as you can see down the cab here, we've got these double ones. So I reckon that's the double one at the back of the cab, and then you've got the single ones at the front. Normally on the backs of lorries you'll get doubles of these, so you get a set of wheels there and then a set of wheels just behind, because sometimes they're basically spare wheels. They don't really need them, but sometimes they're hooked up and then they drop them like that. So it all depends really. I mean, obviously this car, this vehicle probably don't have that you know, that lifting mechanism, because ice road truckers normally put chains around the wheels. If they're going through snow, the chains help to grip along the snow, and it's very fascinating when they put them on. But enough of me rambling on. That is issue number 100 of Build the Eddie Stobart, brought to you by Partworks, and I will see you next week for more of the wonderful world of Eddie Stobart. Take care, have a lovely evening. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. There's lots of exciting things coming up over the next few weeks, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.